Hi, those wonderfully cute little kids from Mount Olympus call me their Auntie Quilty. I am their aunty in many ways, and I am also their favorite auntie too. I am the voice of antiquity, and everything that has come and gone here before you. The grown-up male gods just can't seem to leave me alone. They tell me, over and over, that I am the most beautiful thing they have ever seen. They said that I had the eyes and the lips that the stars dream about up above. But between you and me, men will say anything when they are trying to get a piece of this. Now I will admit, I can be a tad bit autistic and irrational at times, and people say I get just a little bit crazy when I lose my mind. But I am a nitwit. I can pick it up and stitch it back together any place or any time. But downright crazy and insane isn't my game. I wouldn't want to step on your coattails because it is you who are the stars of the show and lesson for the world this time around, and I do get around, you know? I have heard such insanity lately as that there are no gods or goddesses, there is only our God, or this God, or maybe that God, there is no heaven or hell, just this existence and death. The stupidest thing next to the flat earth and time is a flat circle insanity that I've ever heard, is that life here, just haphazardly happened, and evolved from there. I hear people say there are no goddesses, no karma, no Mother Earth, no Mother Nature, the fates don't exist, and that little people living in the sky or elves building toys at the North Pole is downright comical. I think humor is an important aspect to character. The crazier you get, for sure the funnier things become. Have you ever heard the saying, that life is monochrome under the ionosphere? Truth is, you or me wouldn't exist, if there wasn't invisible forces at work here, and believing anything else is a product of your own insanity. We would still be floating in this wasteland of dust, cinders, and ash. The totally fucking insane part is most of you will be right back out there tomorrow, just like you were yesterday. I keep telling people that not believing in anything is death. Nobody can fuck up a good, free, or great thing like the dead, the anal, and the insane. If you are residing in my house today, and you for sure are, you are already dead, at best. Let's hope you're not a product of all three. Do you want to know who my Superman Santa Claus, knight in shining armor is? He is that guy that shows up from time to time and brings me the most fantastic present in the world. I get a nice peaceful luxurious bath, some time to myself, a little honeybee buzz for my brain, and right about 3 days of never having to hear a stupid fucking thing coming out of the mouth of a person. And then it all begins again. The sulfur gas that comes out of their mouth starts to stink the entire place up, the methane they produce eats all the useful oxygen, it goes unchecked, truth, rationale, virtues get lost, life becomes asymmetrical, humanity and integrity become lost and buried things of the past, which is of course the essence of antiquity. We always get to this point. BOD. I get pissed off, I get labeled a hothead, and the whole ball of bullshit and mayhem mushrooms over and back to nitty, gritty, shitty dust, ash and cinders we go. Rinse and repeat. Personally, I do unequivocally know for sure that there is a God and that he is a nut. That is exactly how he introduced himself the first time he fell into my guile and guise. So as a mother who really cares, I am going to tell you right now, you have a chance to grow a gourd, become a stand-up humane being, run the human race and compete in the Olympian Games, and damn it, have some fun while you are doing it. If you do not beat this matrix, get your virtue merit badges and medals and butt heads with a god or two, you will 100% become this matrix. Mankind cannot find or see the gods, goddesses, and powers that be, but we find you, and we have a reputation of pinching, pulling, weaving and cutting loose every string to things. To be honest, yeah, God's a nut, yeah, he is also a really nice guy, he believes in romance and is nuts about all that sweet sticky stuff. At first it was all nice, compassionate, loving, touching, squeezing, touchy-feely petting. But oh my, once things got heated up and passions began to boil, man, that guy was all up in every nook, cranny, crevice I had, and holy moly, mother of God, that dude was just fucking erupting over and over again, here, there and everywhere. Oh my, I have never felt such exhilarating sensations before. I've never had eruptions that deep down before, and he didn't stop until he got to the coldest, deepest, darkest parts of me. Now once we started doing the deep, dark and nasty, he really couldn't control himself. I have never seen a man lose it and go off into the deep end of me like that ever. The loving, touching, squeezing romance seemed to change once we started doing the dark and nasty. And now he started calling me his dirty little whore, and to be honest, I can't say I didn't like it, get off on it, or even ask him to stop. I wanted to make those little Olympian kids proud of their aunty Quilty, and fact is I rocked Poseidon's and every other male god's world, just as much as they rocked mine. I guess there is something to be said about a beautiful carefree creature that drinks like a fish, clings to a man like a barnacle, sucks on him like a mollusk, rubs that slippery silky smooth body all over him, and I don't have to say a word, because this girl knows how to swallow a worm. Where I come from, if a man didn't cover me in cum when we were done, it would be an insult. But let's face it, look at me, I'm a crazy little bitch, I don't have to be stand up or make sense. I get everything I want either on my knees, my back, or somewhere in between. If I bring my beauty, my skills, and my low-life insanity to your door, you will open it, and invite me in every damn time. If I drive you totally insane, bleed you dry like a sponge, or suck every ounce of life and decency out of you like a leech, you will still dangle your fishing pole in front of my face, and I will for sure jump on most everyone that comes my way. I personally don't think sunshine, promised land, honey bees and all that sweet sticky stuff are all they are cracked up to be. 90% of the men I know show no remorse for eating up and destroying all the good things and good life and jumping back into the deep and dark end and doing the nasty with me. I really do love those little nutty Olympian kids, they shine a light on me, and the first thing we did together is illuminate the deep, dark bottom of the creepy fish-giving sea. But those fucking filthy barbarian animals called mankind do nothing but dump all over me. They treat me worse than a whore. They treat me like I'm not even human, and the diseases they carry, oh my God, stay away, whatever you do, don't ever touch or trust that filthy animal called mankind. Those bitches left me with a burning bush, a migraine headache, and bowel full of the nastiest diarrhea one could ever imagine. It's a great and much needed relief, not a grief, the day all their bullshit goes down the drain. So bottom line is I am glad me and your God crossed paths. I will never give up my soul and going back to crawling along the bottom of the sea ever again. God's nuts are very enjoyable and welcome here anytime. But God's family jewels are as low down, slimy and despicable as can be. But we all have our vile jobs to do, and let's face it, I needed to evolve. I had all kinds of old skills before I met those little nutty kids, and now I have a whole bunch more. I did learn to tell the truth from those kids, and as damaging the truth may be, it's still better than living a lie. Personally, I never thought that I could become a writer and spin stories of my own, see just what is possible when you believe, set goals and act accordingly. But last time I was upstairs, I heard a rumor that Odysseus actually called me a nitwit, not only once but twice. Can you believe the arrogance and audacity? Now maybe you can understand a little better why there is animosity between my seed and his seed. I love those kids to death, because of course that's what Antiquity is all about. Me and your God have been doing the nasty for a while now, but it's almost bath time for me. When God says, "Behold I come quickly," he is not lying, but from personal experience it might not be something you can physically handle either. I am about to earn my reputation as a crazy-ass bitch and a hot head. I hate it when we get to better off dead. They might chain me up and hang me from a mountain this time, I'm about to go ballistic. I like the classy way Odysseus phrases the way we slay all the pretenders, suitors and wasteful, shameful merry cons. His ending is a little better written than my book, I have to admit. But it is the same story. But I feel for those Olympian kids, they work their ass off to give everybody a soul, and make this a more intelligent, free, and beautiful place. But me and my girls will allure, capture, and bury 90% of every soul they give out, on the bottom of the deep, dark sea, which we brought to light, first day, first hour, first page. For the life of me, I cannot see how I am the nitwit in that situation. You're about to find out. You are in a timed and scripted play, you have no time to waste, and fate, Mother Nature and Mother Earth are about to teach you just how mistaken a person can be. How to end a story, prove a god, and go out with a blast. And of course a nice long bath.
I know that you don't think things like photosynthetic atomic rocks, plants, and trees to be personable. But you could be a thing called mistaken. Every animate vessel on this planet has a personality and crystalline structure all its own and is alive, and growing in some capacity, until the day it isn't. I'm not going to lie, God gave everybody a soul, I just gave you a temporal place and face. I look pretty damn good for being the reality of death warmed and revved up. I am 100% the recycle bin of every destroyed speck of dust, ash and cinders floating all me. Simple fact is all energy simply needs to be doped in order to contain it, if not it would simply dissipate the very instant it was generated. Energy can and does flow through three-dimensional ionic crystalline structures, and it does get caught in covalent two-dimensional rocks also. I know that God is a goofy little nut, and the play he wrote is a little too much for the fish and sheep to handle. If you don't get your cute little dumb ass up and out of here, you will end up down here. And yes, even the bottom of the sea has a voice, structure and personality all its own, yours to be perfectly exact. And the building of the wall of it was a jasper, and the city was pure gold like unto clear glass. The first foundation was jasper, the second a sapphire, the third a chalcedony, the fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysosite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, 10 a chrysoprasus, the 11th a jacinth, the 12th an amethyst. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls, and the street of the city was pure gold, and I saw no temple therein, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb was the temple of it. And the city had no need for the sun, neither the moon to shine in it, for the glory of God did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof. Now I have to admit that a lot of Joseph's corn is pretty damn funny, but there is always going to a slight few who don't get it and might find it offensive.
You can purchase God's new book, Northwest of Norca, at northwestnorca.com. The only two things that I can promise is that you will learn a lot and that it will be totally nuts.
And oh, by the way, I almost forgot, you can check out all of Everyday People's enlightening videos and movies at northwestnorca.com television, on YouTube, or on his website northwestnorca.com. And you can find his shorter videos on Instagram and TikTok. And if I were you, I would watch them with your girlfriend, she will appreciate your desire to be smarter and funnier, and maybe she will share some of that sugar with you.